Hey guys, what is up? Shadolance back for another review. Today I wanted to do the USP Tactical SE. This is a gun that I really like quite a bit. It's one of the most famed pistols in the entire game for being as good and better than many actual primary weapons, which is really nice. Now I have two sets of gameplay here. I have my original Overdose gameplay from my first time I tried reviewing this gun, and then I have a little bit of some new oil rig gameplay, so I hope you guys can enjoy that as well. But just taking a look at this, we're seeing an ammo capacity 12 of 24, so a whopping 36 shots total, which is really nice. Love that. Tons of ammo for this pistol. Stats-wise, we're seeing a damage of 40, a portability of 90, rate of fire of 37, accuracy of 65, and recoil of 65. Recoil of 65 is very low, the spread recovery is almost instant, and the accuracy is very high. You can snipe with this pistol if you put a scope on it, and it's very powerful with a damage of 40 for a pistol that is a semi-automatic. Very fast fire rate of 37 for a gun with this kind of damage, which is really nice. Similar to the M19 series, although typically if you want to go for the highest power, the M19 Silver, M19 Gold are probably the way to go. This is also an NX rare gun. I actually would highly recommend it. This and the the M19 Knights Gold tend to be the most coveted pistols in the entire game, although the Bushmaster and obviously other guns can obviously outclass them in some instances given the fire rate and relatively high damage. The portability is 90, making it among one of the fastest weapons in the game to carry. Once again, obviously it's an NX rare and it's a pistol, so it's going to have very high portability in general. Anything above the typical 80-ish mark would be appropriate for a pistol, 90 being on the higher end. Some of the highest weapons in the game come up towards a 92, so this is just on that higher edge there, which is really nice in my opinion. So yeah, that works really well. Has an integrated S2 suppressor, which means that it has a reduced tracer shot. It would have been nice to have an S1 on this, or it would reduce the recoil even more theoretically, or maybe even an S3 to reduce the flash. The S2, in my opinion, is the most useless silencer in the entire game, because tracer rounds, if you're going to be firing a lot of shots, a gun that takes more than one shot to kill, unlike a sniper rifle, tracer rounds are going to happen anyway, and if they're only being reduced by what, I think it's 50%, that's kind of useless in my opinion, so that function of the pistol is going to be relatively negligible. It's not that important. The reload is very fast in this gun for having 12 shots per magazine. You can put an extended magazine on this. You can put a scope, and you can the silencer's already on it. My bad. As far as a magazine, lots of people tend to put the extended magazine 2 on it to get the extra 7 shots per mag. I do believe that gives you 19 shots total per magazine. That's a very popular thing to do with this kind of gun, so that you can maximize the ammo capacity and go with lots of kills. You can actually score quite high accolades with this weapon, considering how powerful it is. The damage bleed through is very high. I'm going to be comparing this to the USP SE, which is the most similar gun that most people have access to. I would compare it to the M19 series, considering that they're both very high-powered guns, but it's not usually as favored as the USP SE, so that's why I want to go with that, considering it's also within the same family, which is also very nice in my opinion. So going into the USP SE, we're seeing a base damage of 38, still very high for a pistol, a portability of 90, same as the USP SE, Tactical SE, and a rate of fire of 37, also the same. The accuracy and recoil are also the same at 65. It is semi-automatic. You can equip magazine, sights, and a suppressor. Now, the USP SE being one of the most customizable pistols in the game with a high damage, fast rate of fire, and very high portability, along with the fast reload, it is still limited with only 10 shots per magazine, does not have the 13 that the K5SD has, the 12 that the USP Tactical and the USP Tactical SE have, and it doesn't have the super high ammo capacities of the fully automatic weapons either, so it doesn't have any of those nice perks. The only thing that's particularly good about it is the fact that it is one of the most boss pistols in the game, in my opinion. It's very powerful, very customizable, and it's good for pretty much everything. If you have very good aim, it is very accurate. It will hardly ever let you miss your shot. The recoil is very low, and the spread recovery is very fast, just like the USP SE Tactical variant, which is very nice. If I had to make recommendations, if you're going to go for one-click headshots, you obviously don't need to scope it. Otherwise, I would recommend an ACOG scope, considering you can practically snipe with the weapon. It is a very accurate gun. You shouldn't be missing too many of your shots. Another thing that's very nice about it is the damage being very high. Putting on a suppressor, an S1 preferably to reduce the recoil, is possibly the best way to go. If not so, if you find that screws with your recoil too much when you're in scope, not that you really should be spraying while you're in scope with a pistol, but if you find that screws with it too much, the S3 is the way to go. I actually like putting on an S1 myself because I don't usually put a scope on the weapon. However, like I said before, an ACOG is preferable. iTech is kind of useless because it's not really intended to be that kind of a spray weapon. As far as magazines, I usually put on an extended magazine 1 to keep the ammo capacity similar. The ammo capacity of the USP SE is 10 of 20, so a total of 30 shots, giving you two 15-shot magazines with a extended magazine 1, also making it so that your reload isn't quite as long as with an extended magazine 2. Usually those extra 2 shots I don't find it are worth it, so I usually go with the extended magazine 1. If I really had to fully outdeck the pistol, it'd be with a S1 suppressor, extended magazine 1, and ACOG scope if I was going to fully deck it out, but that's usually more GP than I'm willing to waste. Same deal with the USP SE Tactical. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this review. Please rate, comment, subscribe, check me out in the next review video, whatever we're going to be watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Shadolance out.